David, we're going to talk about Pirate women's golf. Golf is interesting in college in that the season is split in two. You have the fall and the spring. You've already had a tournament, but you haven't even practiced outside here around town yet. So how do you make that work? How do you help the girls improve when sometimes weather and winter and those kinds of things can be in the way?
No, you're right. Yeah, so we compete for a couple months in the fall, a couple months in the spring, and we had a successful fall, and we talked about it as a team, just saying, hey, we want to keep this momentum going, and we kind of all huddled together and saying, hey, what are we going to do to keep this momentum going throughout the winter months so that when this time comes, our Spokane courses haven't opened up yet. We're already competing last weekend in Walla Walla. We're ready, and so the ladies kind of took the bull by the horns and just kind of have been practicing this off season in the Whitworth simulator room. We've been practicing for a couple weeks indoors. You hit balls in the simulator. You got a putting green. We got some practice facilities, a couple places around town where we can go hit balls on the driving range and whatnot. But the reality is you got to get outdoors. You ultimately can't simulate everything perfect indoors. So we went down to Walla Walla and we played a practice round the day before at Veterans Memorial. Wiped a little rust off, and I thought we performed pretty well. I mean, we played two different teams. We beat in two different matches all at the same time. We beat Whitman pretty handily. That was that was great for us, and we almost beat LC State. It was really strong. So we were overall really good weekend.
So this week you're going to be heading to California and a chance to compete against some schools that you don't see as often. How will that benefit this team?
Yeah, that'll be really good. So Southern California, we're going to be there at Moore Park Country Club just outside of LA, and they have seeds in these golf tournaments and something like 11 or 12 tournaments, and we're seeded in the bottom half, so to speak, based on our ranking, meaning that even though we're a pretty strong team, over half the teams are seeded a little higher than us, so it's a very strong field, stronger than what we're used to seeing. And so how does it look for us? It'll be great for warm weather, absolutely. It'll be great to have some stiff competition, and that makes you better. Strong golf course from what we've heard, that'll be a great thing for us. And honestly, team bonding on the road, hitting the road together, and that's what college golf's all about too, so that'll be a real positive thing. So, I mean, my only wish is that we could take the entire team, for this particular event. We're taking our top 5, but I'd love to bring all of us. On golf, unfortunately, we can't do that every single week. Wish we could, but, we've had a lot of ladies that are working real hard, not just our top 5, but, some of the ladies outside the top 5 that have been working real hard, and so, hope to give them a chance this spring as well. So, not this particular week, but in the future.
And that's the last question. You referenced your top 5. Is there any movement in your top 5 from fall to winter, or and through into the spring?
Fall into spring? No, not yet. Yeah, I mean, geez, it could go anyway. We've got some ladies that are going to try to crack into the top 5. Absolutely. Brianna had a real strong season for us in the fall, so she's pretty solid at number 1 there. But and then, we've got Maddie Hahn, who's been real solid for us, and Stacia Sardi's been solid, and Julia, she's been in the top 5, and Hoyi. So they've all been our top 5. But, some of the other gals have been working real hard. Naomi Phelps, incoming freshman, very talented. She's working super hard right now, trying to get through some injuries, but she's got a strong chance of cracking the top 5. Quincy McDeed, who just finished up basketball, very talented. She could get in there. Danica has been strong for us for a couple of years, and then Rachel, who's a senior, she's healthy. She had to take the fall off. She's trying to get in the top 5. So honestly, going to be really interested to see how it shakes out for the rest of the spring.